Every season on The Voice, there's one audition that doesn't just get a coach to turn their chair. It gets the entire internet talking, debating, and picking sides. This season, that performance belongs to Aarik Duncan. He walked on stage and delivered a version of Billie Eilish's Birds of a Feather that has people hitting the replay button over and over. But while the public is showering him with praise, they are also furious. The biggest debate online isn't about his voice. It's about the coaches. And you'll want to stick around to hear why thousands of viewers are calling this the biggest fumble of the season. Before we dive into the controversy and the overwhelming love for this artist, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss our next breakdown of a viral performance, alright? Let's get right into the drama because that's where the conversation explodes. The central question that is flooding the internet is simple. How on earth was this a one-chair turn? The moment Michael Bublé hit his button, a collective sigh of relief was felt by thousands watching at home. But that relief quickly turned to disbelief. And then to outright frustration as the other three coaches, Reba McEntire, Gwen Stefani, and Chance the Rapper, kept their backs to Aarik. The online world did not hold back. One person summed up the general feeling perfectly, saying, "One chair. How dare they?" Another viewer was even more direct, describing the panel as one good hearing judge and 3 tone-deaf judges. This sentiment was everywhere. People are genuinely baffled. You see phrases like, "I'm surprised he had just one turn," and "the others missed out for sure." There's a strong feeling that Aarik's talent was completely overlooked by most of the panel. Many are saying his performance was unequivocally 4-chair worthy, and that his audition was literally way better than almost all of the 4-chair turns this season. The shock is real. People are asking, what were these judges thinking? And how do you not turn for this voice? It's created this massive wave of support for Aarik, not just as a singer, but as an artist who was seemingly underestimated on the biggest stage. Many are already predicting that the other coaches are going to deeply regret their decision. As one viewer put it, "The other judges are going to regret that, LOL." He was good. So, why is the public so convinced the coaches made a huge mistake? What did the audience hear that 3 of the world's biggest music stars apparently missed? Let's break down the tidal wave of praise for Aarik's actual performance. First and foremost, people are obsessed with the quality and texture of his voice. It's not your typical polished pop vocal. It's something far more interesting. Viewers are using words like soulful, raspy, haunting, and authentic. One person described it beautifully, noting his voice has a gospel-infused with jazzy inflections quality. Another mentioned he has an amazingly textured voice. This unique sound reminded people of some legendary artists. A common comparison that popped up was Tracy Chapman, especially her iconic song, Fast Car. Viewers noted an ease and lightness in his delivery that felt reminiscent of her style. Others saw a bit of Khalid in his appearance and vibe, but insisted that his voice was completely individual and his own. The consensus is that he has a sound you can't just teach. It's something innate and special. As someone beautifully stated, it's a singular voice that immediately reaches your heart. Beyond the tone, it was his emotional delivery that truly connected with people. This wasn't just a technically proficient performance. It was a storytelling moment. One viewer confessed, "Instantly brought tears to my eyes," while another said, "His voice gives me goosebumps every time." People felt the passion behind every note. There's a sense that he wasn't just singing lyrics written by someone else. He took them on a personal journey and invited everyone watching to come along. Many feel he is the definition of real in a world of overproduced music, with one person saying they were craving real, and he is real. Now let's talk about the song choice. Taking on a Billie Eilish song is a massive risk. Her style is so specific, so atmospheric, that it's incredibly difficult to reinterpret without losing the magic. But according to the public, Aarik didn't just cover Birds of a Feather, he completely reinvented it. This is a major point of praise. People are saying, his take on this song is so different, and he took this on a journey, made it his own. The way he flipped it was seen not just as creative, but as a mark of a true artist. One person declared his version was even better than the original because it was filled with so much emotion and warmth. His musical instincts are being celebrated across the board. Viewers with a keen ear pointed out the insane musicality, the beautiful key changes, and the quality of his vocal runs. It was clear this wasn't an imitation. It was a complete reimagination. Someone noted that his vocal choices were fire, and that alone deserved a chair turn. The ending of the song, in particular, received a lot of love, with people calling it so smooth and praising the high note he hit as phenomenal. It's this artistry that has so many people convinced of his potential. They don't just see a singer, they see a multi-talented musician. A few comments highlighted that he plays multiple instruments and has a great ear for arranging music, which was evident in how he crafted his own version of the song. The result of this controversial one-chair turn is that Aarik Duncan has instantly become the season's official underdog. And if there's one thing audiences love, it's an underdog story. The narrative is already being written by the viewers. You see comments like, "Aarik is an underdog 100%, and people are rallying behind him with incredible passion." This underdog status has many predicting he could go all the way. Some are boldly stating he could be the winner for sure, and he's going to win. There's a strong belief that with Michael Bublé as his coach, he's in the perfect hands to surprise everyone. People are thrilled that Michael was the one who saw the potential. They're saying, "Michael was so smart to get you." And I think Michael got a good distinctive one on his team. Viewers are already seeing a winning combination, with some speculating that Bublé is on a clear path to his third victory with an artist like Aarik. The idea of a one-chair win is a recurring theme, with many hoping he follows in the footsteps of other unexpected champions. This audition has become, for many, the highlight of the season so far. "It's the only audition I rewatched," said one fan. Others have simply called it their favorite audition so far and the best audition of the season. People who know him from his local music scene in North Carolina are cheering him on, confirming that he's an incredible live performer and that the rest of the world is not ready for his talent. Of course, in a sea of overwhelming praise, there are always a few different perspectives. One viewer offered a dose of reality, stating, "Cool twist, but far from my favorite audition." This comment section needs to be real. It's a fair point that artistic style is subjective, and his raw, emotional approach might not connect with everyone in the same way. Another person noted that while his voice has immense power and character, there were some minor pitch issues, but argued that the uniqueness of his voice more than makes up for it. So, Aarik Duncan's blind audition has become more than just a performance. It's a phenomenon. It sparked a massive online debate, created a powerful underdog narrative, and has thousands of new fans passionately defending his artistry. While three coaches may have missed what the public saw, he captured the attention of the one coach who seemed to understand his soulful, authentic style from the very beginning. The public sentiment is clear. They believe a gem was found, and they are furious he wasn't recognized as a four-chair-worthy talent. His journey on The Voice will now be one of the most closely watched of the season, with an army of supporters ready to prove the other coaches wrong. But now, we want to hear from you. What did you think of Aarik's performance? Was this a massive mistake by the coaches, or do you understand why they might not have turned? And do you believe a one-chair turn can actually go on to win the entire competition? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.